welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of December the 13th to the 19th. Okay, let's get started and see where is Taurus along the Fool's journey here. We see the Hermit. Okay, interesting. So the message says, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Okay, Taurus, so you are in a introspective phase right now where you are trying to understand your experiences and yourself, and doing so sort of away from others. This is an internal introspection that's happening. You're not really talking to people about it. You might not even be seeing anybody. You're just really dealing with this on your own. Now, as you do that, let's see what is the archetype that you most embody right now. For Taurus, the student. Makes sense. Makes sense. You are learning about yourself. The message is here for the light attributes. Say humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. The shadow attributes suggest arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge and unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So that's very interesting, as you also received the Hermit card, Taurus, because to me that says that as you are sort of pursuing this learning about yourself through self-discovery, you're going to sort of come upon this need to do something with that wisdom. That as the student, as you learn about yourself, the next step after this acquiring of knowledge is some kind of action that would take place. The card that follows the Hermit is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a positive change that typically comes about quite suddenly. So I feel like as you are taking this time to reflect about yourself and your journey so far, you are embodying the archetype of a student, and then it's going to really be up to you what you do with that information, Taurus. What will you do with that information? As I cut the deck, we see the moon, so lots of hidden aspects that you're coming into knowledge on here. You know, you're really starting to understand some of the things that have sort of eluded you thus far. And we see the Page of Cups on the other side as I get ready to shuffle. So it's like a new you transforming, but in the dark. Like you don't know what's going to come out yet. You're still putting it all together. You're still putting it all together. There could be forces at work here that you're just starting to understand just how your mind actually creates your reality. Like, you know, the perceptions and perspectives you hold will paint the picture of your life. Your mind will always look for evidence to support your beliefs. Very interesting. Okay, so as we get started here for Taurus, what is the most important, or the present? What is the present circumstance? Oh, okay. Hang on, that fell on the floor. Let me grab that. The Sun. That's what I thought I saw flying around. And the Three of Wands sort of wanted to come out with it on the table here. So that says to me that right now is a very positive time for you to be looking into the future and to see your path ahead. What's on the bottom of the deck? The Lovers. So you could be looking into a new relationship here. You might also just be examining yourself when it comes to love, vulnerability, and how you are in love. Who are you in love, Taurus? Who are you in relationships? Are you open? Are you vulnerable? Are you transparent or not? You know, these are interesting questions. I feel like right now you're envisioning a new start in love. Maybe you're in a relationship that needs sort of some attention here, or perhaps you're single and you're looking to understand your journey so far, and then this idea of envisioning a partner in the future. Interesting. So let's dive a little deeper here. What is top of mind for Taurus as this happens? This is the Death card, Scorpio energy. So it's very transformative energy here where you're envisioning a new future. You're envisioning a future that doesn't look like the present or the past. You're thinking of a new day here and how to bring it in, how to bring in that new day. Bottom of the deck is the 10 of Wands. You're ready for this, Taurus. You are ready for this. You're ready to set down all of these burdens you're carrying on your own and trade them in for a partnership. I feel like for some of you, this is a time where you're like, I'm ready. I've done the healing. I've done the work. I'm reflecting on my journey, Hermit card, and I'm trying to understand the lifelong patterns that I'm sort of existing in so that I am ready for a new start with a companion. I think in this regard, you're done carrying this burden alone. And so if you're already in a relationship, Taurus, I think you're ready for a new dimension of that relationship. Or if you're a single, Taurus, I think you've got your eye on how to sort of prepare for a partnership. Now, the Queen of Swords appears here. She is a figure that says to me, I know myself. I feel like you're gaining that knowledge about yourself. This cycle that is coming to a close for you, Taurus, is teaching you who you are. And now it's teaching you who you are in terms of a relationship. And I feel like as you move forward, you have certainty in yourself. You are moving from this energy of being reflective as the student, trying to understand things. And I feel like you're going to emerge from that with the kind of certainty that the Queen of Swords has about herself. So this is a time of certainty for Taurus as they move forward into this new path towards the sun, which is very prosperous. And as I say that, we see the 9 of Cups. So I feel like as you move forward towards that, you will be getting closer and closer to this emotional joy, this feeling of happiness, this feeling of feeling like it was all worth it somehow, that this journey you've taken to get to this 9 of Cups energy was all worth it, you know, that now you are certain. Now you feel this self sort of understanding. You've discovered things about yourself that are making you lighter. You know, you're certain, you're letting down your burdens with that 10 of Wands, and you're taking up a new future here where we see the Emperor coming out. So it's like you're making the calls here. You're in charge. You're discovering that you can be sort of in a position where you're leading things, that you're the one leading this, and that this is Aries energy. So you might have Aries in your chart, but it's almost like you're discovering this part of yourself, Taurus, that, I mean, you're already able to meet and sort of carry a lot of responsibility and do it well as a Taurus. But I feel like you're now stepping into this place where you're like, I have a vision that I want to see expressed, and I know how to do this. I'm going to lead this, and I'm going to do it in a way that isn't just me carrying the load. I feel like you're going to have sort of discovered a way here to work with others well, so that you're the leader and things are emotionally content. You don't feel like you're holding all the load here by yourself. Now, when it comes to this love relationship being in its most ideal form, let's see here. Yeah, you have confidence here. You have confidence that you can overcome any obstacles in this relationship that come up or already exist, depending on your relationship status. I feel like seeing that line there tells me that Taurus is examining, you know, an intimate relationship and seeing if it was ideal, how would it look? And I think if it was ideal, you would feel like you could overcome any obstacle with this person and have it be in balance, that you wouldn't be carrying the load all alone, that there would be a partner there with you. And the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Cups, folks. So yeah, this is about starting fresh with someone in a new, sort of new terms of agreement that you're reaching in a relationship. Or it's like if you're a single Taurus, I feel like you're getting a lot of insight into what would be a healthy partnership for you, because right now you're feeling pretty dissatisfied. and things are not in balance. Things are not in moderation, you know, and you may be feeling that with respect to the current situation or your relationship. In any event, here for Taurus, I feel the outcome of this, again, we see the Hermit, is that you need time to reflect on this. This is the second Hermit you've received. So I really take that as a message from Spirit to pay attention to this. If it's resonating for you, this is a time for you to really do some more exploration on what would be an ideal partnership for you, Taurus. And I feel like this is somehow turned into a bit of a love reading with respect to where you will go next and what you will do. We see the 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck and the Star card. So I feel like you're coming from a situation where you've recently had a big transformative sort of shift in terms of what you envision for yourself in the future. Something has changed here. And it's really coming from this energy of like, I can create whatever I feel serves me in the lifelong sort of path forward here, and having a willingness to create that vulnerably. You know, whenever I see the Lovers and the Star, I'm always taken to a place where vulnerability is key. This is a time where Taurus is vulnerable. And it's like you have to be open to that. And I feel like you're going to be, but it's a journey, which is why we keep seeing the Hermit card. Let's clarify some of these cards. Why is the Lovers here? Is this about a deepening of vulnerability in general, or is Taurus on the path here of love? Ace of Cups, I'd say you're on the path of love here. I'd say you're on the path of discovering a new dimension of emotion, new dimension in your relationship, or in the next relationship. You want things to be different. You want to start a new path. You have all of this love to give, and I think it's in a new capacity, one where you're not people pleasing and carrying the burdens all alone. You want a partner. Your ideal partner will share this with you, even if you are sort of driving the bus a little bit, so to speak. I feel like part of that is going to get surrendered, that you will meet obstacles together, that is your view. That is why we're seeing the Lovers. Now, why do we see the Hermit twice? Is there a lot of reflection required here? Why are we seeing the Hermit come up twice here for Taurus? 2 of Swords. I think because you have to think, you have to make a decision. Or for some of you, you might be in a relationship that does not have these attributes. So you might be considering how to shift things in this relationship. I feel like you need to make a choice, and that's why we keep seeing the Hermit, is because you need to make a directional choice here. Are you going to go with that choice or this choice? Is it this perspective or that perspective? Are you going to hold the perspective that you can do this alone and you're the only one that can do it alone, and you'll continue to hold all of the decision-making power? Or is this a time where you're going to actually change that and feel that you can envision something different for yourself moving forward? I feel like that's why we keep seeing the Hermit, is because you have to make a decision about your current partnership or the way that you view relationships if you're single. Now, why are we seeing the 2 of Cups? I think we're seeing the 2 of Cups because this does involve a partnership. Let's see here. Oh, the 2 of Cups. We see the King of Cups. So I feel like this is the divine masculine of a relationship here, where you're trying to either attract this divine masculine, or if this divine masculine is already present, could be an Aquarius, folks, because we see the King of Swords and the Star card. So we might be dealing with an Aquarius here for some of you, Taurus. There may be an Aquarius or an Aries with that Emperor energy, and a Leo with the Strength. You could be dealing with a fire sign or an air sign that you're trying to sort of understand them. This choice is about this. energy. So either you're thinking about the potential partner you want, or you're thinking about the partner you have now and what to do, how to bring things into balance with this partner. I feel like this is turning into a love reading, so that's making me want to grab a different deck here to see what love messages we will receive. Let's see here. What are, if we're dealing with a Taurus that's with someone, what is the love message of their current partner for Taurus that is in a relationship? For Taurus that's in a relationship, your partner is saying to you, love yourself first. Let's get to know each other, and I'm worth waiting for. So divine timing is at work in your love life, Taurus. It's worth waiting for. So I feel like that resonates with the Hermit message here of you reflecting more on what inspires you. Love yourself first. Absolutely. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So by not holding all of those wands and sort of bearing the burden of this whole thing, and by really loving yourself first so that you're not self-sacrificing, I feel like that's an important message. And then here, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So, you know, that's where we see the Lovers. That's where we see the Ace of Cups. This is very interesting here. I feel like that also the innermost self is revealed when we have that Hermit energy. Right? When we get to know ourselves truly, and that student archetype, that you're really starting to understand yourself on an inner level here, and that's going to deepen things for you in this romantic connection. Now, if we're dealing with a single Taurus, what is the message here if we're dealing with a single Taurus? Thank you. If we're dealing with a single Taurus, we see stay optimistic, and this could be the one. So stay optimistic that this could be the one that you're manifesting right now. So if you're a single Taurus, we see bring positive thinking and faith. Oh, sorry, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So keep those thoughts positive. Stay away from that shadow attribute of being a student where arrogance is in pursuit of destructive knowledge, and there's an unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Stay positive as opposed to that. And also this could be the one. You've already met this romantic partner that you seek. Very interesting for a single Taurus. So if you're a single Taurus, stay optimistic. You may have already met this person. And if you're in a relationship, Taurus, love yourself first. Get to know each other. And believe that this is worth waiting for, that this is all happening because of divine timing, and that things are moving into a place where I feel like you're going to need to decide what the future holds for you and this individual that you're with. Very interesting reading, my friends. I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, my email and a description of all the readings I offer is below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends. Have a great week.